Wyvern Boat Hire Company, Linslade near Leighton Buzzard, Bedfordshire in England in spring 2023. An intrepid but completely inexperienced crew planned for an exploration of the Grand Union Canal northwards. The plan is to travel 30 miles, but most believe we won't get further than the first pub on the route.
Just make sure you're standing in front of it. A lot of people stand here and then you can't. Exactly.
Yeah.
A member of the boat hire company gives skipper Keith Ritchie on board training before escorting our narrowboat Willow to the first set of lock gates, after which we are on our own. The boat is turned ready for the journey northwards on the Grand Union, one of the many canals that crisscross the nation, that once carried goods and produce before the coming of the faster railways which destroyed the canal industry back in the early 19th century. Now the canals provide a major tourist and leisure service. Skipper Keith is guided into the first set of lock gates on the route. The locks raise or lower water as a means of going up or downhill. Seaman Rich and cabin boy Mulloden assist on the towpath. Remember, this is the first time any of us have experienced this. And to save time, another boat, Jade, piloted by pioneering American grandmothers from Seattle, enter the lock with us, with the ship's dog Chaz gazing worriedly from inside the cabin. And so now we are on our own. The brief training is complete, and the gates open on our new water world. What could possibly go wrong?
We're heading for a place called Cosgrove, and then we're hoping that we can then make it right on up to Stoke Bruin, which is interesting because there's a canal museum there, so you can see all kinds of history about barging and the history of the narrowboats. But we don't know whether we'll make that in time, and we can't go too far because we have to get back to base at Linslade near Leighton Buzzard in time to drop the boat off again at 9 a.m. on Friday. So it's a bit of a race against time.
The boat is surprisingly well equipped with kitchen, microwave and TV, but the first day is a nightmare.
So here we are then, late night aboard Willow. Keith, what would you say has been the most interesting moment for us today?
I think probably going through 3 locks in the absolute pouring torrential rain. Rain like you would not believe.
And it happened just at the time we chose to go through 3 locks, one after the other.
Exactly. I'm still soaking wet.
And so are all our clothes as well, hanging up all around.
And so are all 3 of us, except for the dog.
Who seems to be the only dry and happy, content person.
The next day, the weather improves, and with the skipper at the helm, we're back on our way once again after drying out.
Well, here we go. Second day. Had a nice rest after an appalling day yesterday in the rain with the most amazing thunderstorm, which we talked about. It's a beautiful morning now, but we're making a quick run now to our next destination because we're told there'll be even more heavy rain by about midday today. So it's bright and early in the morning now. I cooked breakfast, would you believe, complete sausage, egg, tomato, the whole bit, which seemed to go all right very quickly. So now we're just drifting down the canal. The dog here is most concerned because he's been holding on now all night. And we wanted to find a landing place so he could jump ashore and have a wee. These are the details you need to know.
You see the surprisingly beautiful countryside from a different angle when you're on a boat and not in a car. Some of the properties along the route are in spectacular settings and offer a more gentle lifestyle. But soon, we need to turn back.
Well, here we go. We're on to day 2 and we're on our way home. It seems very quick because actually, although the boat isn't very quick and we've been stuck for ages through terrible rain again, just like the first day, I finally got to the less than scenic Wolverton. That's as far as we got. We had to turn round to meet the deadline to get the boat back by tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. So here we are going south again now through all the usual locks and delays and hopefully a bit better weather today.
By now, we're getting good at negotiating the locks and finding it more easy to work machinery dating as far back as the 1870s.
Straight up, Keith. That's it.
Also, there are other items to negotiate, such as a man-powered swing bridge, which has to be opened and closed every time a boat passes. Seaman Griffiths keeps the boat shipshape, armed only with a dustpan and brush.
So what's your opinion of the trip so far?
Wet and exciting. Good fun, great fun.
And for Serbian cabin boy Mladen, this was a new experience.
Well, it was very lovely. It's nice. We were unlucky that we actually had a lot of rain yesterday. It was miserable and we had to go through all those gates. And yeah, and it's very nice now.
Before long, we're back at 3 locks just south of Milton Keynes, the scene of the washout when we were heading north. In terrible weather, there was no one to help us. But now, in the sunshine, the Canal volunteers have emerged from the pub to help us negotiate 3 sets of lock gates at once. Fair weather friends. So the trip was all too brief, but it's fair to say it was a fun but damp experience, and everyone learned a lot about the intricacies of canal boating.